It's quite hot. It's Ant here, your friendly writer of The Blacksmith Who Chased the Moon, and I am here to give you some tips and hints about how to concentrate when writing a play. First thing is preparation, because there's no worse feeling than sitting down at a keyboard with the cursor blinking at you and you have to feel inspired. So, what it helps me to do is to just write out a sort of rough storyboard, and I put what happens, what's supposed to happen in each scene. And I make sure that these notes are always to hand. I'm sure Roz would tell you that my desk is incredibly messy, but for me, it just means that I know where they are. I don't have to hunt for them in some folder. It does make for a messy working environment, I will admit that much. On this particular play, I made sure that I had my copy of the book handy, because this is an adaptation of The Night Before Christmas by Nikolai Gogol. I made notes in the margins of the book, what are good scenes, to give me inspiration if I was feeling like a character was slipping away and therefore my concentration was going. Something I've found very useful, there's a really great app that I use which is called Pomodoro. It's a sort of countdown app, quite simple, that times 25 minutes, and then it rings a little alarm, and then you get a 5-minute break. Knowing that you have to write for that 25 minutes, eventually you get in the rhythm, and as it goes on, you don't really want the breaks, but as a way to get into it initially and get the ink flowing, as it were. I also need lots of hot drinks, as you may have noticed, and seeing as it's festive time, I currently have it full of Christmas tea. Others say they can't taste the difference, but I think it's fantastic. And plenty of snacks, particularly with the Yuletide season coming up. So I have a little box of mince pies. I don't keep these on my desk, that would be ridiculously dangerous, but I think it's important to keep your energy up. Another thing I do is I've got a sort of laptop tray that I've used to turn my desk into a COD standing desk. I get quite a few problems with my shoulders. I found it really useful to be able to stand up. You're giving your legs a bit more of a workout. If you ever feel stuck, if you find yourself hitting your head against a brick wall, metaphorically or literally can happen, there are a couple of things I would suggest. Firstly, write something. It can be terrible, it can be the worst thing in the world, but the most important thing is to get something written, prefaced by the words, "This will be better, I promise." And then you just go for it. Let yourself off the hook. It's not how it's going to end up. Another really valuable thing you can do is go for a walk, even if it's just getting up and walking around your room or walking around your flat. Just getting the legs moving can help shift a block. I also find it really helps to take notes, so that's what these bits are, for when I come back to it to redraft it. And I suppose the main thing is enjoy it, relax, and let the characters speak to you. I hope some of this has been useful. Feel free to completely disregard it and find your own way. The important things to remember are get writing, let yourself off the hook, as well as have a lovely cup of tea.